If it's your very first deal and you're like, oh my God, I got to buy something for 400 grand and I can only come up with $50,000 and it's a mismanaged facility, then you know you're going to have to give yourself time to, find private lenders, find partners. Another thing that I didn't point out on the contract that I want to make sure I point out on the contract is you want to give yourself a financing contingency. The financing contingency is like allowing yourself to go out there and talk to lenders and find money for your deal. And you can give yourself, I typically give myself 72 days is what I do. Okay, 72 days. So we're getting it under contract. We're closing in 60 to 90 days, depending on the deal, sometimes up to 120 days. Our due diligence is 30 to 60 days, and our closing period is going to be either 60 to 120 days, depending on how we're getting the financing. But you want to make sure that you add this financing contingency to your contract to allow you to get out there and look for lenders, or have your buyer or seller looking for lenders, or I'm looking for money. Okay. So like for a mismanaged facility that I'm going to be getting a private lender, cash, or owner finance to, it's going to be like, we're going to be closing 60 to 90 days. 60 to 90 days closing. Okay, so that's typical for us. Now, because a lot of times, even if you're getting owner financed, you're only going to have to come up with so much money down payment and stuff like this. So you can typically close 60 to 90 days for a mismanaged facility. Okay. Banks are going to be anywhere. They always say they can close in 60 days. And you guys tell me, but I never see anything closing in 60 days. But it would take anywhere from 60 to 120 days, typically 90 to 120 days. It's taking a long time to close deals. And so you want to make sure that when you're talking to your buyer or seller, whoever you're working with on your property, that you're letting them know that like banks are taking forever to close. Like, this is why I'm asking for so much time. If I could pay cash, I could just close in, the next couple of weeks, we run title and be done. But I have to go through a bank, and they're the ones that take forever. It's not me. I got to do a phase one. I got to get an appraisal. I got to get the survey. They're going to require a lot of stuff that just has to get done, especially nowadays. Whereas with the mismanaged facilities, you could just get out there if you have a private lender, or you can ask lenders. You could get a couple of people partner together and buy the deal, together, and stuff like that. So it doesn't take long to do this. So this is kind of where we're at. And then also remember that I pointed out that if it's $1 million or more, right? If it's $1 million or more, I'm asking typically for longer due diligence, longer close time, even if I'm getting owner financed, because it takes a long time to raise. I had to raise like $1.4 million for this deal I'm closing, and it ain't easy to raise $1.4 million. Maybe for y'all it is, but for me it's not. I was begging everybody for money, and that just takes time. Okay, so I give myself enough time to raise the money. If I have to do this, I give myself enough time. All right. And then for bigger deals. Now, if I wanted to go out and buy a $200,000, $300,000 facility, I could get that done easily. Somebody could just give me a couple $100,000 in the next month or two, right? Give yourself time to raise the money. And if it's your very first deal and you're like, oh my God, I got to buy something for 400 grand and I can only come up with $50,000 and it's a mismanaged facility, then you're going to have to give yourself time to, find private lenders, find partners. I'll put partner here too, just so you can do. Okay, private lender or partner. Give yourself time to do this. Okay. Hey everybody, this is Stacy here. Thank you so much for watching this video. I am here to teach you how to get your foot into this industry. You're watching this video because you want to learn how to get started in self-storage investing, or maybe you own facilities and you want to be a better manager, a better owner. That is what I do, is I teach people how to do that. So please like this video and also subscribe, hit the subscribe button, because that's what YouTube wants. So in order for me to get out the word on how to get started in this industry, I really need your help. Again, I appreciate you listening to me, and I'm here to help you on this journey, and I will see you in the next video. Take care.